We've all heard it, right? Cold showers are all about building discipline, forging this unbreakable will. But what if the real, lasting benefit has almost nothing to do with being tough and everything to do with your brain chemistry? So let's just park that old idea for a second. This isn't some test of your character. It's a hack for your chemistry. We're going to explore the pretty compelling science behind why this habit is so darn powerful. So this right here is the core shift in thinking. We're moving away from this kind of vague idea of toughness, and we're zeroing in on a concrete biological truth. This is all about chemistry, and specifically that powerful little molecule, dopamine. I mean, just think about this for a second. What if a simple 2-minute tweak to your morning could literally elevate your mood and sharpen your focus for hours? It might sound like hype, I get it, but it's actually grounded in some pretty fascinating biology. Okay, let's dive right into the science of how this works, how it creates this really sustained, clean kind of energy. The moment that cold water hits your skin, your body's ancient survival system just kicks right into gear. Your sympathetic nervous system lights up, you get that jolt of adrenaline. But then, right behind that initial shock, something pretty remarkable happens. Your brain releases this steady, powerful wave of dopamine. And we're not just talking about a tiny little trickle here. The effect is, well, it's significant. But just how significant are we talking? The sheer scale of this response is kind of staggering. Research shows that dopamine can shoot up by 250% above your normal baseline. That is a massive, meaningful increase that you can absolutely feel, no question. And this chart really shows the quality of that dopamine spike. It's not like the jittery, short-lived hit you get from caffeine or from scrolling social media. The dopamine from cold exposure is steady, and it's sustained. It's this clean, centered energy. You're alert, but without the anxiety, and it can last for 2, even 3 hours. So here's the crucial point. You're not just getting a temporary jolt to get through the next 10 minutes. You are fundamentally raising your baseline level of calm, focused energy for a huge chunk of your day. And this goes even deeper than just mood and focus. What you're doing is you're essentially performing resilience training at a biological level. You're literally teaching your nervous system how to face a stressor, regulate itself, and then get back to a calm state more efficiently. It's a skill that translates to pretty much everything else in life. Okay, so understanding the why is great, but the how is what makes this actually useful, right? So let's get practical. The good news is this does not have to be some extreme ordeal. This part is so key. We've got to dismantle this intimidating image of, 5-minute ice baths. The right way to do this is the Kaizen approach. It's all about small, consistent improvements. It's about consistency, not extremity. And it is so simple to begin. Just finish your normal warm shower, then turn the water to cold for just 30 seconds. Now, the most critical part, focus on your breathing. A slow inhale and an even slower exhale. That's what tells your body that you're safe. From there, you just gradually add a few more seconds each day. That's it. So, to quickly recap the practical details, you start with 30 seconds and you kind of aim for 2 to 3 minutes over time. The ideal temperature is something challenging but not dangerous, around 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Try for 3 or 4 times a week, and always remember, focus on your breath, not on being a hero. Which brings us to the core concept here, what I like to call the value proposition. Because when you frame it this way, you realize it's not a chore. It's one of the smartest investments you can possibly make in your day. This is it. This is the central equation of this whole thing. You are trading 30 seconds of controlled, manageable discomfort for up to 2 hours of genuine well-being, clarity, and calm energy. I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you make that trade every single time? When you really think about it, it's just a tiny tweak to a routine you already have that gives you this completely disproportionate, massive return on your mental and emotional state. A small, consistent effort with a huge reward. That is the very heart of Kaizen Mode. So let's zoom out for a final, kind of broader thought. Because this practice, it's about so much more than just a shower. It's a masterclass in learning how to breathe through difficulty. This quote just reframes the whole experience perfectly, doesn't it? It's not some external test of your will. It's an internal conversation with your body, teaching it to respond with calm instead of just reacting with panic. And this is the real lesson, the one we can take and apply everywhere.
Growth isn't always about adding more pressure or more effort. A lot of the time, it's about these small, smart, consistent changes. The big takeaway is that you don't always need to fight discomfort. You just need to learn how to breathe through it.
Which really leaves us with one final provocative question to think about. Beyond the shower, what other discomfort in your life will you learn to simply breathe through?